Hello, Libra. Welcome to your weekly forecast. If you are new here, I'm Auji, and this is Sacred Libra, where we talk all things Libra. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, this week we got a lot going on this week. I do have an overview for your week. We're going to get right into that before we get into the reading. Libra Sun, Moon Rising, also other Libra placements are welcome. First things first is the energy is, do you give a F? And if you do, what do you give a F about? It's literally about what do you care about? This week is definitely going to be about what you care about. Is what you care about important? Why is that important? Do you spend enough time on what you care about? Do you water what you care about? Are you watering what you don't care about? Why are you doing that? The more and more you kind of think about what it is that you care about, what it is that you spend time pondering on, spend time thinking about, spend time worrying about, spend time reveling in, that is what's really going to kind of take up your energy this week. So the question will be like, do I really even give a fuck? Like, do I give a fuck? The F word. All right. Also, this is a time for you to allow yourself to be lifted out of one level of known reality into the higher voltage reality, into that next level. This also allows you, this gives you access to. It does not going to push you over, but it gives you access to a place in your life where you can take a very, very crazy leap. This is going to be a leap where other people are going to be thinking that you're crazy. This is going to be a leap where you're going to have to like believe in yourself, okay? Also, this is the manifestation of the cosmic yes, okay? So some of us, we think that when we are manifesting a whole bunch of things, that this thing is just going, this genie is going to appear and all of our wishes and everything will be answered. Flowers will be thrown, confetti in the air. No, you're at a cliff and it looks terrifying, and other people behind you are telling you, you better get down off that cliff. Are you crazy? Get down. You're crazy for getting up there in the first place. And the universe gives you an opportunity to jump. Point blank, period. So, like, really, like, how crazy are you? We also have this energy of destroying envy, destroying the enemy, but destroying envy, but whether it's in ourselves or whether it's in other people around us. We also have this energy of silencing the gossipers, whether it's you yourself being the gossiper or there's other people around you. And it's also the energy of receiving divine grace, whether you are the one giving out the divine grace to someone or you're the one that's receiving that divine grace. So, you may also be inclined to go into hermit mode, introspection, spiritual isolation, into good time spent alone. You might want to be doing something with yourself, by yourself, to yourself, for yourself this week. So definitely those energies. I feel like the energies is going to be like, what am I spending too much time caring about? And what do I need to put more time into caring about? So getting that balance. Don't be surprised if you cut off certain types of relationships, you stop watching certain types of shows, you stop eating certain things, you stop drinking certain things, you stop wearing certain things, and then you start picking up these other things. And most likely, these other things are going to be like old loves. So it's like this energy of reconciliation. And the energy of the temperance is definitely in the room this week. The temperance and the hermit. But in order to figure out, in order to get access to the temperance, there's a need for you to go into hermit mode. Okay, so that wasn't a lot. Just a lot of stuff that's happening here for this week. This is going to be the week. If you're watching this in real time, this is going to be the week of November 6th to November 12th. Okay, that is what we're going to be covering. So let's get right into it. First, we're going to be going into the Urban Crow to get the energy of the week. All right, let's see. We just ran down a whole bunch of stuff. What is the energy of the week for Libra? What is the energy of the week for Libra, it is displacement. Displacement and self-interest. Somebody is going into some energy of displacement, of some type of awakening, so you can care about yourself a little bit more. Um, for some of you guys, the reason why something could be so hard or something could be a little bit challenging or stuffy or you could feel like extra suffering is because you're not caring about yourself. You're not doing for yourself as much as you're doing for other people. And as a result, you're catching that backlash of it. You're catching that energy of like, leaving yourself out. You're feeling ghosted by you. So I do also feel like there's a person who's also used to letting other people putting other people's priority in front of theirs, okay? You know, there's somebody who doesn't do for themselves enough. All right. And I do feel like there's somebody who's giving too much energy to other things and not giving other energy to themselves. I do feel like this energy can feel like that, like, where did I go? I do feel like something could be a little bit off balance here. Like something could definitely be a little bit off balance. I was kind of getting like there's a person in the courtroom, right? And the person who did the crime is actually the judge, and they're trying to get someone innocent that is like doing the they're trying to pin the crime on the innocent person, and the person who's the judge, they have no right to be the judge because they're the one who did the crime in the first place. And it's like, well, what type of courtroom is this? For some of you guys, you're probably going to be like, well, what type of workplace is this? Well, what type of family is this? Well, what type of friendship is this? Or what type of relationship is this? Almost pushing you to your edge so you can jump into the vibrations that it is that you want. A mouthful. What else? What else do we have for Libra? We got two coming out. I do see work coming out. Work, work, work. So the work environment is definitely going to be significant and divine timing. So something works out. Something works out. That somebody gets a call they've been waiting for. Somebody gets an apology they've been waiting for. Somebody gets a visit they've been waiting for. Somebody gets the job that they've been waiting for. Like something opens up. I do feel like someone could be left on some type of waiting list. You know how they say like we'll give you a call when somebody is going to get that call. You know when they say, well, we'll call you. Usually most people take that as no, I didn't get it. But somebody is definitely going to get called back. Something is going to be like, what? I also feel like the workplace. Some of you guys could definitely be feeling like I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time. Divine timing means you're definitely in the right place. You're supposed to be in the displacement. So there's a need for you not to be so eager to get out of a uncomfortable an uncomfortable environment so quick. Like think about it this way: when you're trying to build muscle, it hurts. It hurts. If you were to stop doing something at every site of pain, you would never get your results. Let's even take away the muscles. Let's say you're going for walks. You're walking. Some days you're going to wake up sore. If you were to stop doing that because you're sore, you're never going to get your results. So there's a need for you to kind of like understand that you can do something that's a little bit uncomfortable, as long as you know what time, like how long. Not saying endless suffering, but for like some type of time being. You may be in some type of moment of displacement, a moment of chaos, but also the kicker was that the judge, whoever, they weren't able to kind of pin the crime on the innocent person. This kind of destroyed them. Everything came to, everything came to, what do I want to say? Everything got exposed. So in the midst of you like, how did I get here, and how the hell did you become the judge in the first place, and how the hell am I the one that's being accused, and how the hell is everything comes out, and it's like everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. I do feel like somebody is in some type of moment of displacement or moment of confusion, uncertainty, just so you can see how God works, just so you can see like nothing can get you out of this but God, just so you can see divine intervention taking place when something looks like somebody also had something set up against them to fail. Like, not like This could also be a circumstance, but for some of you guys, there was something set up. You know how, like, let's say if you like sue a company or something and you're still working for the company and the company is watching you, your every single move, trying to set you up to fail, trying to get you to know. Then they know that no one follows all of the rules on the workplace. So at the workplace, so you have to be extra on your P's and Q's because you know that somebody is watching you now and somebody is trying to get you to fail or trying to even set you up to fail. And sometimes when you even are like a little bit one, two, three, 4 steps ahead, they'll bring in other people on the side to get you to kind of like, you know, do something you're not supposed to be doing on the workplace. That happens all the time. So it seems like whoever is the judge is actually the person who's doing the crime, and whoever is being accused of it is actually the person who has nothing or no parts, nothing to do with it in the first place whatsoever. All right, so let's get into this reading. Let's see what do we have for you. Let's go into it, starting out with my lovely 5 and below deck that I love oh so much. All right, let's get into it. Let's see. What messages do we have for Libra? Let's see. What messages do we have for Libra? First thing coming out, we do have the Page of Pentacles coming out of the deck. Let's see. I feel like that could be brighter. We do have the Page of Pentacles coming out of the deck. For some of you guys, there's a need for you to watch out for some type of insight, some type of really, really good information that's coming towards you. Something could be so simple, but it's really good information. I told you the Temperance was going to come up. The Temperance is really, really big with reconciliations, just because you're kind of wondering, you know, what do I care about and what am I not caring about and what do I need to care about more and what do I need to stop caring about? So on Tuesday, you do have that energy of this is what strengths, okay? The strengths that you do have. So there's something that you're going to be reconnecting. So there's a strength in a reconciliation or a reconnecting moment or a reconnecting relationship, all right? Let's see, what else do we have for Libra? You got the 3 of Wands coming out for Wednesday, and this is you kind of checking to see if everything is right. This is you about to take some type of leap of faith. You do have the 6 of Wands, the 6 of Pentacles backing this all up. So it looks like something is a great return on your investment, but you're kind of checking the details before you come. Like somebody's reached a point where they're making a lot of headway, where the ships come in. After you take this ship, like the ship is taking you to a whole nother territory. So if you're brave enough to get on this ship, you'll go to a whole other territory in your relationship, in your career, in your friendship with yourself, in your health, in your fitness. If you're able to kind of take this leap of faith. So it looks like on Wednesday you're going to be presented with something, and this may be some type of motivation that you have. This may be some type of spark. This is the Wands here. But there could also be some type of opportunity that comes here, and it just feels like once you take this, you're going to start you go to another horizon. The ship is taken. That's why you have to travel the ship, because you have to go, you know, across the seas. There's somewhere that you wouldn't be able to get if you didn't have a certain source of transportation to get there. You're just not going to get somewhere unless you take this leap of faith, unless you take some type of route. So this takes you to a whole other environment. This opens up the door for more expansion for you. Like I said, there's some type of leap of faith. Some of you guys, for your manifestations, you have to be willing to jump. So there's going to be things placed in front of you that's going to be asking you, where are you going to jump? Are you willing to do this? And there's a need for you to jump at an opportunity. This opportunity is definitely coming for you based off of some previous hard work or previous things that you've done in the past. All right. Let's see where your leadership comes. Somebody is a very, very hard worker. On Thursday, your work ethic speaks for itself. There's something that you're able, there's so many things. This is where the jack of all trades get to stand up, okay? If you're a jack of all trades on Thursday, you're poking your chest out because that is going to be your that is going to be your perk. That's going to be your thing that you have to show your leadership, to reveal your expertise, to reveal your authority in a certain type of area. The fact that you can do multiple things, you're not just, you don't have this one track mind. You're not just a person who can only focus on one thing at a time. The fact that you can put your hands in so many different pots and bowls and cups and things like that, and you can make different things out of so many, different ideas. The fact that you're super creative, the fact that you kind of love a lot of different things and you're kind of active about doing a lot of different things. And remember, the Ten of Wands, it's a lot of work, and something may stress you out because it is a lot of work. But the fact that it's doable, like when you see the Ten of Wands, he doesn't drop any of those wands. He's holding them on. He's big and strong. It looks like he was built to hold them. So it looks like there's some type of strength in doing something by yourself. So for some of you guys, you may be thinking like, well, I have no help doing this and I have no help doing that, and I wish I had more help doing this. That is actually your strength, okay? That's actually something that you can wear as a strength, all right? So let's see. All right, you have the Hangman. So it looks like you're going to be dealing with other people this week who definitely do not see who you kind of are, like the wise one when you're working with different people, or less, you're the one that's able to see something from a different perspective, okay? There's something different about your sight. There's something different about your view of things. That's how you're going to be dealing with other people. It looks like you're going to be the one that kind of knows a lot. You kind of have this type of different idea than the rest of the bunch. So you may be the person who can offer like a listening ear. You may be the person who can offer like a wise point of view or a wise perspective. That's going to bring you ahead in a certain type of area. Yeah. That's going to bring you ahead in a certain type of area in your life. The fact that you see something completely different than another person. Let's see, what else do we have? All right, we do have the Ace of Swords coming out for Saturday. So it looks like this week works great for you. Something works really, really great for you. You have the Ace of Wands, the King of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. Like something, it does look like this, after this week, you'll be all in something. There was a dust devil that they found, a Martian dust devil, I think on Mars or something. And we know what the dust devil is here for, is to move you out of stagnation. So there's something that's coming towards you that is here to move you out of stagnation. So it looks like this week you're like, wow, something really, really worked well. Isn't that a breath of fresh air? Like, think about how your weeks have been going. If they haven't been going so great, you should be smiling. The fact that this week is, you're going to be like, whew, that was a great week. I want to do one more of those. I want another one of those. All right, the lovers. We do have a lot of love energy this week. Mars is in Libra, so that is a lot of luck for us when it comes to the love. So that's also making us think about partnerships, friendships, unity, connections, things like that. So there's somebody is about to prepare for a loving relationship. Somebody is about to prepare to like be fully in love with another person, and kind of like, when two souls become one, I just feel like there's two different entities that's meshing into one. And that's what a person needs to be preparing for. So I feel like that this next week, whether you're meeting a person who loves you, who you love, or you have this friendship where the masks are completely off, or you have this loving relationship with yourself, it's this energy that's coming in for this next following week that's going to be like, your partnerships are definitely going to be highlighted. All right, so let's see what last week your work of last week, or what position that puts you in this week, okay? So we can see how to better navigate all of the energies. Well, I'll put you in the energy of the Wheel of Fortune, dynamic change. So whatever you did last week, this kind of puts you in this energy where it's like you're ready for change. You're ready to what is it? Start something. You have the Knight of Wands. It's like I feel like this is like the moving. It's the night of action. Like you're ready to start something. So for some of you guys, you may be feeling as ready. Like you may have said, "I'm as ready as I'll ever be." If you said that, like this is your message. You may have said, I'm as ready as I'll ever be," and you are. Like right now, this has put you in the week of readiness. So it's like it's almost giving me. I'm thinking about this is crazy. Y'all know how I be getting these like things. I'm thinking about like what was that Friday after next? I don't know, when they had the Christmas party and Money Mike and what's the name, and he was like, whatever y'all do, make it quick. Like whatever happens, like make it quick because you as ready as you possibly can be right now this week. So I feel like this is the best week. I don't know if there's cross watchers here, but if you want Libra to move or jump on something, this would be the best week to get Libra to jump or move or do something, because this is as ready. Like they're at this limit where they're ready to change. They're ready for the wheels to turn. Even they may even jump up there and try to turn the wheels themselves. That is how ready Libra is. Like ready, like very very ready. All right, tell me more about the Page of Pentacles. There's some type of information that's coming towards you that you don't need to overlook, okay? You do have the house, so there could be some type of information about a house. There could be some information about a relationship that does not need to be overlooked. Something looks really really small, or something could seem very very small, but there's something that you do need to look into. um Also, this can have something to do with marriage. Somebody could be hinting at marriage. Somebody could be, doing little small things, but there's something that you do need to look into. It's coming up with the page. So there is some important information, but somebody could be throwing like little crumbs of information. There's a need for you to turn your direction in your there's a need for you to turn your attention in the direction of the crumbs to see exactly what is going on here. Um, Let's tell me more about the Temperance. All right, so we do have, you got the dog is coming back, and you have the mouse. So there's something that you lost that's coming back, and there's also a loyal friend that's also coming back. This represents loyalty. This represents true friends, things like this. And the mouse also represents some type of items that you thought would be irretrievable, some items that you thought you would not be able to recover. This doesn't even have to be items. For some of you guys, this could be a state of being. Like I know in life you can go through certain times, and you can think like, wow, I haven't been happy since, or I know I always like joke like I haven't liked a person since. It's hard for me to kind of like a person, like, oh, I have crushes. Like I'm like, dang, I just want to crush on somebody. But it's like for some of you guys, you might be in this energy where it's like you something that you felt like, it could be a feeling that you felt like that was going to be irretrievable. It could be some type of true happiness that you felt like you weren't going to be able to experience again. This is for somebody who's experienced something, whether it's a form of material, whether it's an emotion, whether it's an environment. It could be a job, it could be a state of being that you've experienced it in one point of your time, and you have felt the energy of it being lost. And this is the energy of it coming back this week. You're going to definitely feel that energy heavy on Tuesday. All right. Tell me more about the Three of Wands. Okay. The Three of Wands, we do have the gentleman. So there is a gentleman that's offering you this ship. And it's like you can either jump or not. You can, if you get on this ship, okay, you're going to a whole new territory. Your land that you're so used to, what it say, stick to the rivers and the lakes. The rivers and the lakes that you used to stick into is going to be a whole different ball game on this other territory and this other territory. And this could be presented to you by a gentleman, or you can be the gentleman that is going on this ship that's going to this whole other territory. If you are to take this leap of faith, this will bring you some type of key to success. It's a certainty of success, but that I feel like something's going to be scary, because it's like, or something could be so easy that it's scary. You know, sometimes when we get things too easy, we think like, what's the catch? I always like to tell the story about my house, like how easy the transition was to get it was so easy that I was like, hold on, is this a scam? Like sometimes things don't have to work as suffering. Sometimes it's yours, you're serious about it, you know that it's yours, you go and get it, here it comes. And then sometimes we have to make these heavy decisions, and we have all this doubt and this fear of success, and this fear of acceptance, and this fear of change, and all of this stuff that's happening. But sometimes also it just happens really, really quickly. So the looks can definitely be deceiving. All right. So tell me more about the Ten of Wands. Okay, so we do have disappointment. All right, you have disappointment here. The fact that you have so many different things, you have the skived. This passage is disappointment when near. Okay, so the fact that you have so many different things under your belt, for some of you guys, you're going to need that. Like this is when it's almost like the survival of the fittest, and something is changing completely. And I'm thinking about when it comes to talents. Okay, talent. So something is changing, and those people who only have that one talent in that one place in that one area, sorry to say, when that thing changes and the road changes, a lot of these people may not be able to survive. However, these people who have this, that in their back pocket, you can jump to another thing, and then you can jump to another thing, and then you can jump to another thing, or you can jump to another thing. It just seems like, you know how people say about like the seven streams of income or something like that. It's just like when you are faced with some type of disappointment or adversity, or in some type of displacement, you can rely on your other talents. You can rely on the other things that you're good at. You can rely on the fact that you can do many things at once, that you have been doing many things at once. So when one of those things don't go well, you have nine other things that you can count on. You see, instead of the person who puts all of their eggs in one basket, and when this thing falls off, they have nothing, and they have to start over at ground zero. The fact that you are a jack of all trades, and you're managing all of these bowls. The fact that if this bowl breaks, you have these other bowls to manage. Okay, and you're able to drink. All right, tell me more about the Hangman. All right, so okay, so how you're going to be navigating groups and things like this on Friday. Yeah, on Friday coming in. How you're going to be navigating things like this is that you're the only person who knows something in the room. Okay? So this also lets me know, like let's say like there's a gender reveal or something. And you know what the gender is of the baby. You put the whole thing together. You're the only one who knows what color is the color of that night. So everybody else is in surprise of something, and you're the one who knows. Maybe you have ties to the person, or maybe you have certain perks, or maybe you're on a higher level that makes you kind of in the know of something, but everybody else is thinking one thing, but you know the actual truth. Okay? All right, you know exactly what is going on. Tell me more about the Ace of Swords. All right, we have two coming out. We got the key, and we got the star. So you're thinking like this week was a great week. You have the key, which is a certainty of success, and you have the star, which is success in all enterprises. So this week is feeling very, very good, especially on Wednesday, especially when you have these moments of actions, these leaps, these opportunities to say yes to really, really big things, the opportunity to jump even when other people are telling you not to jump, the opportunity to take a crazy leap. You'll sit back and you'll think like, wow. Also, I do feel like that there's a seed that has grown into a big strong tree. There's something that has not only roots, like something, it almost seems like there's a big tree or something grows overnight. That's what it feels like. Also, I'm getting like overnight success, things like that. So I do feel like you're thinking like, okay, your knowledge and how you move this week, you're definitely going to be proud of yourself with that. There is some type of letter. There's a sign of good news when it comes to relationships, partnerships, collaborations, any type of unity, especially when it comes to heartfelt, romantic, emotional unions. There's some really, really good energy. Also, the energy comes down. Like somebody, it comes down. There's a person here like that's not going to be able to fake how they feel anymore. With the dust devil coming in to remove stagnation and obstacles and fear and things like that and procrastination. There's a person who has been doing a great job with fighting their feelings of you, or you've been a great job with fighting your feelings of a person. This week is not going to be so easy, okay? So the other person begins to think about you, they begin to move and start to kind of make certain actions. You also may begin to think about a person and begin to move and make certain actions based off of that when it comes to love, when it comes to relationship, when it comes to friendship. There's a person who has been doing really good with saying like, oh no, I'm good. I'm not thinking about them. I ain't tripping over them. When all in all actuality you are, but it's just way, 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 way down. These feelings may arise this week, okay? Particularly, let's see what that happens. I got it in my notes here. Particularly on Tuesday. Yep. And Tuesday is the temperance, okay? Tell me more about the Wheel of Fortune. It's soulmate energy. All right, so the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so this puts you in the art of change, and this puts you in the position of flames, like full protection. Like you can make some things completely change. The wheel is definitely turning in your favor. Things are definitely starting to look up for you, and you're protected in all of the movements that you're making. So that's really, really good. All right, let's go ahead and clarify. Let's see. What else do we have? Let's see. Tell me more about the Page of Pentacles. All right, we have the Two of Cups. So like I said, there is going to be some significant information that a person gives you. It may be very, very little information. This could be some information about some type of move, about this Three of Wands that's coming towards you on Wednesday, about this opportunity. But there's something that you definitely need to look into. Get more information. Do some more research. There's something that, like, don't just let it go over your head. Don't let something go over your shoulders. All right. We do have the Eight of Cups, and we have the Four of Pentacles here. Yeah. So there's something that you may be leaving. Okay. You have the Eight of Cups here. There's something that you find when you're leaving somewhere. There's some type of information that you find as you are kind of like putting yourself as priority, which this energy is. It's like self-interest this week. You find some type of valuable information as you see this squirrel that is like planting these seeds, like keeping these seeds. This is how valuable this information is. You may need to write something down. You may need to take some type of notes. You may need to record some things. You may need to make an extra phone call, look in a book, look up something, ask Siri, whatever it is you need to do it. This is kind of giving you some sort of tool. I do feel like that small pentacle is actually a big pentacle, and you can actually use it for your advantage only if you pay attention to it and you don't let it like go right over your head. There's something that someone is going to tell you. I feel like there's a conversation that you have with another person. Listening is definitely going to be key for you on Monday. Tell me more about the temperance for Libra on Tuesday. All right, so you do have the Ace of Wands here. Okay, the Ace of Wands here. So this kind of makes the fact that you're in this energy where things are coming back to you. Things are coming back. I don't know how you let them go, but hopefully this time there's something else that you're realizing is real. It's like when you let something go, it comes back, then you know that's what I thought about. So this could definitely be a lover or something like that. But there's something that you understand that's real, and then you understand that it's yours. You kind of take possession over something where you kind of like put it more in your care, and you're kind of like responsible for it now. And as at first, before you knew the worth of something, just like we all, before we know the worth of something, we kind of like carry it any type of way. We don't really kind of like take responsibility over it and all of those things. You do have the Ace of Wands though. This energy does comes in where something happens really really quick, and this is like some new beginning type energy. So the fact that something is coming back to you is not coming back to you to put you in some type of past environment or past state of being. This is you going into a whole new state of being. So it's like the past and the present makes up. It's kind of like dualities or something like that type of energy. We have the Hermit and we have the eight of wands here. So look at this Hermit. I feel like the energy of, for some of you guys, you let go. So this is law of attraction. Law of attraction is going to be at work this week. So that when the Hermit comes out, this is the Hermit that pulls back into themselves. The moment that you pull into yourself, you let go of all of the force and the pull that you have on all of your manifestations. And that art of letting go of everything brings all of these things right to you. The same things that you kind of let go and you was like, okay, let me focus on me now. Let me really focus on what matters. That is why this week is really about, what do I truly care about? The things that you may really, really want, but you care about something else or something, you're putting so much focus in them, which you're kind of making the dynamic of runner chaser dynamic, and you kind of stop thinking about those, they come right to you. So there's something that comes right back as you kind of ease up and let go. The art of detachment. So this, it looks like you are detaching yourself from something. You do have the strength card. It looks like something is going to come by loads, like loads. Like somebody also may have a heavy load of something, like something comes in bulk or something comes in abundance, okay? That could be significant for somebody. Tell me more about the Three of Wands. So we have the Four of Cups here. So there is, look at this. So this ship, I told you the ship is coming in. You see the ship with the treasures here. So there is something on the ship or there. For some of you guys, there may not be, like something may, it's so crazy. It's like God works in mysterious ways, right? So for some of you guys, you may have a ship coming that's taking you to a certain type of environment, and you're thinking that, okay, everything happens when I get to the environment, but actually something, you're supposed to be on that ship for something to happen on that ship. Maybe you're meeting a person, maybe you're getting a contact, maybe you're getting some type of information. The environment that you get to is great and the experience and all, but the real gem was who you ran into. The real gem was the information that you got on the ship. The real gem could have been you walking down the hall and you bumping into so and so. So it just, or whatever. So it looks like there's some type of treasure for you in this route, only if you are ready to definitely take that leap of faith. This is given that you have to be willing to jump from something that does not serve you. So which means there's going to be a push and pull to where you want to be and to where you don't. What's going to serve you emotionally and what's not going to serve you emotionally. So there's need for you to choose. Here goes that question. What do I even care about? What am I caring about? And what am I not caring enough about? You do have the Ten of Pentacles here. There's something very, very valuable for you. All right. Tell me more about the Ten of Wands here. This is the Jack of all trades. This is where your strengths are definitely going to come. You have the Eight of Swords. So this strength comes, it keeps you kind of, you can't be a procrastinator. The fact that you have so many different other things that's happening with you, you can't be a procrastinator. This kind of stops you from procrastinating. There's so many different things that you have working on or you are working on. When you feel bored with this, you can jump into that. And when you feel bored with that, you can jump into that. And then you can come back to this and you can come back to that. It kind of keeps you moving and working and moving. I do feel like there's a person who needs to kind of like oil the wheels a little bit, kind of learn how to maneuver in that type of energy, because some of you guys could have been letting the fact that you are a jack of all trades overwhelm you. The fact that you have so many different things that you want to do, so many different talents that you can't really focus on one. How about you focus on a couple? I knew I could not tell my brain to focus on one thing. I had to do this and write a book, and then design that and design. And I had to kind of, because out of the like 20 things, I had to kind of narrow it down to like five. Okay. And then for some of you guys, you may have five things that you may need to narrow it down to probably like two or three. Like, it's so much time in the day for me. Like, I think about like the day is so much time in the day. Like, it's so many different things that I can do. Like, I can knock this out, I can knock that out, and I can still chill and be like, I didn't really do nothing much today. Some people operate that way. Some people operate like they have to be laser focused in, but especially if you are a creative at heart, even if you could be doing something like science or banking or something, but the way you operate is creative. Like, you are very, very creatively in tuned or whatever. There's a need for you to kind of maneuver it in a certain type of way. So just like this is something that's going to work for you in the long run. Like I said, if you have 8 bows that you've been working on, when one bow crack, you can sustain yourself off 7 versus the person who only has one bow. When that bow cracks, they're kind of, panicking because they only have one. So I feel like this is something that you definitely need to kind of like be grateful for. There's so many different things that you do have, so many things up under your belt. Tell me more about the Hangman. All right. We have the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so this is going to be your, like, you have perks here when you're standing in the room where you're dealing with other people. There's something because here's this information that you got. Like, this small tiny detail, and everybody else is thinking something else, but this small tiny detail because you pay attention to it and you got it, and you didn't let something go over your head. While other people, they may have gotten the same information, but they let it go over their head. So this kind of lets me know that you are definitely a free thinker. I do also feel like somebody could be telling you something that's making you kind of put your guards up. I do feel like you're looking at the moon here, but it's kind of like the high priestess that knows the secrets is looking at people like hide the secrets, like I already know, but the high priestess is so mysterious that she's not going to let anybody know. But you're also keeping your distance from people, so I do feel like you already know what's going on. I do feel like you're keeping your distance from people, kind of like a surprise party, because you don't want them to even know that it is that Let's say you may do like some type of face expression or something like that. You do have the 8 of Wands. A lot of these things are coming towards you. There's so many people that probably want to talk to you, or so many people are talking about the wrong thing, and you are like the only one in the room that knows the truth. Tell me more about the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords. Just sitting back on Saturday thinking like how good of a week this was. Like, this was a great week. All right. You do have the King of Cups in the reverse. Okay. So there could be some type of upset that happens, or someone could definitely be upset. You do have the Knight of Swords. You have the Ace of Swords too. Okay. So it looks like that there's someone who is upset, or there could be something that was upsetting. The Queen of Cups in reverse kind of like throws something off. So I do feel like this could be someone else, because you're all in the night. You have the Ace of Swords, again, the Knight of Swords. I feel like because something went so well and something went so fast, somebody could be upset around you, or somebody could have some type of big upset about something. You do have the Fool, so this means that you take some type of leap of faith. Something turns out very, very well, okay? You take some type of leap of faith and something turns out very well. Somebody could also take some leap of faith or do something while they're upset, and something kind of turns out well. Maybe, of course, God knows better, but he knew that if he got you upset, you would move to that point and you would do that thing that you normally wouldn't do. Sometimes you have to start thinking that you can't think like you in order to get something done. Sometimes it has to be the highly upset you. Sometimes it has to be the impulsive you, or the you that don't really care about consequences, or the you that's living on the wild side that needs to make these types of decisions, because otherwise you would stay right in your own safe space. I'm thinking about a turtle. You would stay in that little shell. Tell me more about the lovers. All right, the Lovers is here. Okay, so there's a long romantic relationship um, that comes. This is justice here. All right, so there's a message. Be prepared for a message that's coming to you from a person that loves you next week. So for some of you guys, if you are waiting for a person to call you this week, they probably aren't going to call you this week, but they'll call you next week. Okay, if you are waiting for a person to call you, and if you give up the fact that they're calling you this week, they may even call you this week. It's just like the push pull factor. Like the moment that you kind of stop worrying about something, that's the moment that they all push their energy towards you. It always works that way. Justice is definitely at play here. You do have the Nine of Swords and you have the Emperor. So it looks like the Emperor is afraid to kind of reach you this week or something like that. Or the Emperor is kind of like thinking things through their mind. They could be beating themselves up. Maybe they said some things they didn't want to say. Maybe they feel like they really messed up now. Maybe they feel like they're in their heads. The Emperor is in his head right now, thinking about, should I move? How should I move? What should I say? What should I do? Tell me more about the Wheel of Fortune. All right, based off of last week, you do have this energy of, all right, so you have the King of Pentacles here. So there was some type of thrown off of an alignment, or you felt like you did something, there was some type of bad investment or something like that. Or you could have felt like you invested your time in something that didn't serve you. But this kind of changes everything. You have 10-10 coming out the deck, 10-10-10 in this reading. Um, there's a need for you to stand up for what it is that you believe in. So there's big changes. I see two big dynamic changes that happen back to back. There's something that you felt like you threw yourself off of alignment, but this was actually a plan in the big plot. This was actually a move in a big plan. Like if you were to see the bigger picture, like you're right in alignment, you're right on time. Yeah, you do have the tower. There was a lot of destruction, turbulence. There could have been a storm here, and now you're looking at something like, should I give up? But you're not going to give up because you have the Nine of Wands here. You do have the Ace of Pentacles here, so you get everything it is that you want. Or you're definitely in the opportunity to increase more value. You definitely have these opportunities to increase the opportunities to get exactly what it is that you want. You just have to be able to go against the crowd in order to get what it is that you want. You have to be willing to be outnumbered in something. All right, so this is your reading. I hope this reading resonates. If it does, make sure you give this reading a big thumbs up and make sure you guys are subscribed. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.